now.
Hey NACC members, hope everybody's doing well, had a nice holiday and is staying healthy. So back today with the exercise of the week, but we're going to be doing something a little bit different today. So today we have currently done 9 videos. So today we're going to combine all those for one roughly 20 to 30 minute workout. So we'll start today with our first exercise, which is going to be high knees. High knees and butt kickers, which is our second one, will both be for 30 seconds each, or if you have a large room to do it in, down and back twice for each exercise. All right, so Alyssa and Tyler here are going to demonstrate for us. So our first one again is high knees. So driving those knees as high up as you can, getting those calves, quads, hamstrings, glutes, core all engaged, getting our body nice and warmed up for the future exercises in this workout program. Perfect. All right, quick switch over here would be going to butt kickers. So now we're going to be driving those heels back up towards the butt. Again, warming up the majority of the legs, but this one's going to be a little bit more focused on those hip flexors and the front of the legs with the quads. Awesome. All right, so for your next exercise, number 3, we're going to go down onto the floor or mat if you have one, and we're going to be doing glute bridges. Again, this is another kind of warm-up exercise, getting everything as warmed up as we can, so later in the workout we're nice and warmed up. So for glute bridges, Alyssa is going to be doing a double leg bridge, which would be considered beginner level, and then Tyler will be doing a single leg glute bridge to add a little bit more difficulty. As you can see, driving through the heels with both of these, trying not to overextend the hips at the top, really focusing on squeezing those glutes at the top, and again, make sure we're driving through the heels. With Alyssa's, you're doing both legs at the same time, so you would do 15 there. With Tyler's, making it a little harder, you would do 15 per leg. Perfect. All right, staying on the mat here for the next exercise, we're going to be going into crunches. So now we're working on really getting that core nice and warmed up. So again, we have 2 different options here, a little bit of modification. So with Alyssa, we're going to be just doing a normal crunch, coming up off the floor, just the shoulder blades and the head coming off the ground, working on that high part of the core. And then with Tyler's, to modify it a little bit, take some stress off the neck and the lower back, adding the ball in, same thing. Shoulder blades, heads coming up, not overextending too far, getting those QLs involved. We want to avoid that. Perfect. All right, our next exercise is going to be scissor kicks. So warming up now the lower part of the core. So Alyssa is going to be going the normal form of this. Legs straight out, about 8 to 12 inches off the ground. One leg over, under, you can alternate which one goes which way if you would like. And then Tyler, for the modification, he is putting his hands underneath the low part of his back, top part of his glutes. All this is doing is taking a little bit of that stress off the lower back, especially anybody that has any back issues. We want to avoid any extra stress on the lower back. Exercise 6, we're going to be doing push-ups. So again, little modification for both. Alyssa is going to be going from the knees, and Tyler will be in a normal push-up position. Taking that chest all the way down as close to the ground. Good rule of thumb is putting your fist on the ground, trying to get your chest as close to that as possible. Keeping those elbows nice and tight to the body, not getting too wide. All right. Exercise 7, going into a squat. Once again, have a little modification here. So Alyssa will be doing a body squat, and Tyler, if you happen to have a band at home, we can add this band. He's going to hold up by the shoulders to create that tension. Now we're just dropping down into that 90 degrees, nice little pause, and then back up to full extension pushing those hips forward at the top to engage the glutes. Other modifications you could add to this at home to add weight: if you have a book bag, you can either put it on the front of your body or the back and do squats with it, or if you happen to have some dumbbells or anything like that, you can also alternate those in for the band or the body squat. 8th exercise, we're going to be going to a hammer curl. Now, hammer curl is kind of already a modification to take stress off the wrist, so there really is no true modification for a hammer curl. We're just keeping the dumbbells in our hands, almost like we would be coming up to take a drink of water. Now, you can alternate these, or you can do them at the same time, whichever you prefer. And then our 9th and final exercise is going to be an alternating front raise for our shoulders. So we're going to have a little modification with these. So Alyssa is going to be keeping her palm facing down as she comes up, alternating each arm. And then Tyler, to take a little stress off the wrist, is kind of inverting the dumbbell a little bit, almost aiming that dumbbell at his opposite ear. And again, that just takes a little bit of stress off the wrist on the way up. So as you can see, how this workout goes about. You're warming up very well in the beginning, and as the workouts continue, it's getting a little bit larger muscle groups, kind of hitting a full body exercise here. The first 2 exercises, high knees, butt kickers, again, can do 30 seconds of each standing still with that, or if you have a large space, again, you can go down and back in that room once or twice. Overall, the exercise is meant to be 3 rounds for 10 to 15 reps of each exercise. If you cannot reach that 10 to 15 reps on any of the exercise, feel free to just go to max effort basically until you fail. If you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to one of our trainers or myself. Everybody have a great new year.